Can anyone tell me which currency right now is the strongest currency in the world? I was aware that the British pound is the most expensive. The euro. So what is the exchange ratio for NT to euro and pound right now? No, I think it's more than 17. It can't be 17. 68? 47. Around 48. Well, I went to London last year, and it was extremely expensive. I remember it was extremely expensive, and half of my traveling cost was spent on accommodations, living accommodations, hotels. Now, we're going to continue. One of the biggest problems the United States is facing right now is a current account deficit of nearly 7% of their gross domestic product, GDP. Now, this has been caused by increased demand for imports and a decreased need in the world for U.S. exports and securities. This has also weakened the country's labor market, which caused the dollar value to tumble even further. Okay, it's a very simple formula where they are importing more than they are exporting, thus creating an imbalance. Okay, now when there is an imbalance in your import-export, naturally it will more or less damage the economy. Okay, now we all know the U.S. is a world powerhouse. Okay, it's a very big powerhouse, so whatever changes that happens to them will seemingly, naturally, have its after effect on the rest of the world. So what is one of the most visible after effects? Okay, what is one of the biggest situation that has occurred because their economy is dropping besides the oil prices? Okay, would anybody like to tell me what else is it dropping besides the oil prices? How is the U.S. economy, okay, the bad U.S. economy at the moment, affecting the rest of the world? Like we mentioned just now, there was the issue of securities, okay, and what else? What else is there? The war. Okay, the war was actually a way for people to make more money, okay, for certain people, certain groups of people. They're actually making more money. The United States are spending too much and not saving any. House loaning, the grain. Daily products are actually making a killing right now. A lot of farmers are actually becoming richer than a person would be working in Wall Street. Okay, because food. That is another crisis that we are soon to face, is food. Okay, we're not going to be affected by oil prices that immediate yet, but then the problem with food is going to be one of the main problems that we will have to overcome eventually in the years to come. Okay? Now, the depreciation of the U.S. dollar has caused many Asian countries that owned large amounts of dollar assets to begin losing their interest in buying U.S. securities. Take China, for example. It has been using its foreign exchange reserve. Okay, foreign exchange reserve is what? Foreign currency that you save up. Okay, a country would save up. Now, using its foreign exchange reserve to buy some of the U.S. debt for the past few years, because in that way, the capital inflow would keep the dollar value higher than it should have been. Now that the U.S. dollar is weakening, a lot of Asian countries are beginning to choose another option and diversify, meaning they are going to redistribute. Okay, they're going to spread out away from the U.S. dollar in order to reduce their loss. I was looking up on the internet not too long ago, and it said that, okay, Taiwan had the most U.S. dollar reserved. Okay, meaning we have bought the most U.S. dollar for Asia. Within all the Asian countries, we actually have the most U.S. dollars saved up in the bank. Is that true? Would anybody like to differ or provide a different opinion on that? Do we or do we not have the most U.S. dollars saved up in our banks out of all the countries in Asia? It is true. And why is that? China has the most.